Peace and blessings, family. Peace and blessings. Supreme Health and Fitness by Sean Ali. This is your daily health checkup, family. Peace and blessings, family. Peace and blessings. Supreme Health and Fitness by Sean Ali. This is your daily health checkup brought to you by me and my staff, my beautiful staff right here, Gabriella. And this brief message is on the importance of breathing. And I just wanted to ask you, are you breathing properly? Right? And do we really understand the significance of breathing properly as well as the potential health hazards from not breathing properly? Right? So right now you're breathing right now, right? But are you breathing according to your anatomical structure? Right? Are you using your respiratory system? Are you mouth breathing? Are you chest breathing? Are you using your diaphragm? Are you holding your breath? Are you over breathing? These are some of the mechanics that we must master, right? And I had some material, hold this form, baby. Oxygen, the breath of life in atomic form, right? And breathing to live, right? This is inhale your way into healing. And both of these books are based on the science of not only the importance of breathing properly, but how to breathe properly. So if you're sitting there, right, we got to understand that we have two pipes in our throat. You got your esophagus and you have your thorax, right? So when you're looking at, one goes to your stomach, one goes to your lungs, right? So your nasal cavities, when you have your mouth open, your nasal cavities close up. You can't breathe with your mouth and your nose at the same time. So when you have your mouth breathing and you're breathing with your mouth, see, it's almost impossible to breathe with your diaphragm using your mouth. This is where you get that chest breathing, that shallow breathing. You also have no filtration system in your mouth. It's also easy to overbreathe. When we're looking at hyperventilation, that's somebody that's hyperventilation. You're breathing too much, right? So when you're breathing through your nose, your mouth is closed. See, when you are nasal inhalation, now your mouth is closed. Your mouth is automatically closed. So now it's easier to have a slower breath because it's harder to breathe fast in and out your nose, right? Because it's a smaller cavity. So when you're nasal breathing, now you can breathe it's easier to breathe with your diaphragm. You don't want to breathe with your chest. Your chest cavities, your ribs, they are stationary. They have a little expansion, but they are designed to protect your vital organs. They are not designed to expand to inflate our lungs. Now, when we understand our lungs, they are like balloons. They are not muscle tissue. You have to inflate your lungs. They don't inflate on their own. Like your heart, it's a muscle that just beats. You got that pacemaker that causes that contraction that gives you that beat. With your lungs, we have to inflate. So the chest cavity, it doesn't expand, it goes down. So when we are looking at your heart, your lungs, they're right here. Your lungs envelope your heart. It's like they're caressing your heart. So the only space is for the material to go down. So when you have these lungs sitting here, these empty sacs, this is where your diaphragm comes in. See, when your diaphragm sits right under your rib cage, it's a flap of muscle. When your stomach goes out, the diaphragm comes down and it creates that space for your lungs to inhale, to inflate. right? This is a full inhalation. So when you're looking, you have a band, your torso muscles, right? These abdominal muscles. It's a band that goes around that circles your waist. This is so that you can expand, so you can fill up your lungs. See, we aren't supposed to have a tight area. This area is supposed to move. You have that sciatic nerve right here. See, when you hold this in and you chest breathe, and you're not using your your abs to expand, and you're not using your diaphragm, this is where you get a lot of that tension at. You get a lot of that strain at. You get a lot because you're holding these muscles. This you're keeping them tight all day. So you're building that stress up, that metabolic stress. So when you could think you have sciatic nerve damage, and a lot of times you do, but this is the root cause because we are holding all of that energy, all of that tension, all of that pressure you're holding here instead of letting it expand. So when you're looking, you should literally see and feel your midsection expanding. See, and you wanna make sure that you are pushing it out because that's the space. As your diaphragm lowers, that creates the space for your lungs to inhale, to inflate. And as you push it in, that pushes your diaphragm up. That causes your exhale. And that's just as important as your inhale because you want to make sure you're getting rid of all of your CO2. You want to make sure you're getting rid of all of that waste. So you want to consciously breathe. You want to make sure that you are. Now, as you do this at times, it can become uncomfortable because you are exercising these muscles where you might have never done it before. So if you have spent a lifetime of breathing wrong, then it might take a couple days or even a couple weeks. It depends on how dedicated you are to improving your health. Because when we don't get that full inhalation, they call this shallow breathing. It's easy to overbreathe, and you have too many breaths per second or per minute, excuse me. So when you're looking at breaths per minute, anything 15 to 20 breaths per minute, that's going into the over breathing range. This creates stress in your body. See, when you're doing this, your body thinks there's something wrong. So now it's literally going into fight or flight mode. So this means you are, throughout the course of your day, if you are breathing wrong, over breathing, shallow breathing, not using your diaphragm, you are literally living in a state of stress because you are forcing your body to work a way that it's not supposed to. So you literally have created an umbrella of stress that you are living under, right? So if you don't eat wrong, if you don't drink wrong, if you exercise right, if you're doing all of these things right, but you aren't breathing right, then you still have that potential stress that you are creating in your life. That's an imbalance. The stress is applied as long as you are breathing improperly. So listen, I make it easy for you. Breathing to live. This is how to breathe your way into your health. We are aerobic. Every cell in our body needs oxygen. It is the breath of life in atomic form. Every cell in your body needs oxygen. We are aerobic. Aerobic means with oxygen. When you look at scripture, all scripture says that God formed man, and then he breathed into man, and then we became a living soul. That's the breath of life in atomic form. So are you breathing properly? Are you inhaling properly? Or are you not? If you aren't, then please learn the significance of what happens to you when you don't breathe properly. When you chest breathe, if you get that tension in your neck, in your shoulder area, that upper body tension. See, this comes from breathing wrong, that mouth breathing, because your body isn't relaxed when you chest breathe. See, you hold it here. See, that's your body isn't made. See, that creates all of that tension. So by the end of the day, you could think it's your job. You could think it's whatever you're doing, but you are creating that metabolic stress, right? You holding that tension, that energy in instead of having it come in naturally. See, that's how we want to breathe. Every breath. You want to make your lifestyle revolve around your breathing. You want to control your heartbeat, because if you overbreathe, this means that your heart is beating too many beats per minute. See, when you check your pulse with your breathing, as you breathe slower, your pulse lowers. See, as this means that, especially if you are in a state of rest, if you're sitting home, sheltered in place, quarantine, if you're at a job, at a desk job, if you aren't doing too much, then your numbers, your breathing should be as minimal as possible. It shouldn't take as many breaths to keep you alive. Your heartbeat should be minimal as possible. It shouldn't take that many beats to keep you alive. So when we are looking at this, family, this is how you control your health. This is how you control your power. You ever seen somebody agitated, angry, and they sit there, and you like, hey, breathe, slow down, count to 10, breathe. See, that's how you control your power. That's how you control your emotions. That's how you control your energy, through your breathing, your blood pressure, control through your breathing. See, so when you, just like when you meditate and you going through meditation, one of the first things you learn is how to breathe differently, right? And in that breathing differently, you feel euphoric, right? You feel energized, you feel alive. You can even have out of body experiences. Man, see, so this is a part of the importance and the significance of breathing properly. So I just wanted to come with a brief message. Are you breathing properly? If not, how important do you think it is for you to learn how to breathe properly? I make it easy for you, family. I give you the science on why and how, and I give you the blueprint on how to breathe your way into health. Wow. Because if you're not breathing right, then you are breathing your way into sickness. You are breathing your way into your premature death. If you are breathing right, man, that means you are breathing your way into your healing, your health, your power, and into your abundant life. And that is all up to you. As your brother, I just want to share with you some science on how to create the healthiest life you can, so you can live not as long as you can. We throwing that out the window, man. We are practicing living as long as we want. Woo! And not just living, not just growing old. See, we want all that growing old gracefully. Get that out of here. You control your aging process. Every cell in your body needs oxygen. Every cell in your body needs oxygen. Every cell in your body needs oxygen. So your body needs you to breathe properly. Man, and if you do, that is one of the ingredients for the fountain of youth. Man, listen to me. Your brother, I said I'm not bragging or boasting. I'm practicing on myself. I'm 47 years old, man. Listen to me. all of that looking young, no, we're talking about being young. I don't want to just look young and I'm walking old and my knees is decrepit and I can't get down and I can't. Woo! No! We talking about being young. If that's something you want, let's go, family. Listen, I thank you for tuning in. I'm your brother, Sean Ali, here at Supreme Health and Fitness by Sean Ali. Listen, I'm your hype man. All of that, I hear all of that stuff. But I'm a practitioner of what I believe and what I teach. I spent years learning. Man, I got extensive education and knowledge. I put it to practice on myself. And I will stack my science up against anybody's. Woo, man. Listen, if you want to grow young, let's go. If you want to grow strong, let's go. If you want to enjoy your abundant life with a youthful exuberance, with a youthful anatomy, let's go. I leave you as I came in the spirit of peace and some of the greeting words of peace. I say, Namaste, Hotep, power to the people. Salam alaikum. Peace. Go and have a great day, family. Carpe diem. Seize the day. Conquer the day. Create your heaven and set yourself in it at once. We are the victorious ones. The only thing you got to do is go and claim your victory.